Lee, you've had a couple of games in the team just now. How are you finding it being in there in this competition for places?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Everyone wants to get game time, and I've managed to play the last two games. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And the best thing of it all was, we got the results that we wanted. So I'm enjoying it.
What's the manager's instructions been to you, given James was in here last week saying that he felt his performances had been below par and it was maybe a kick up the backside to him, but what did the manager say to you in terms of going in?
Not much really. It'd be probably the same as what he tells Tav, when he's playing. We just go out there, do what we do. We know as a team what we need to do when we go out and play on a Saturday. So no, it was no different. The main thing was for us as a team to go out there, against Aberdeen and get the result we wanted, and taking it into last Saturday's game against Hearts. We managed to do that, and now we've got another important game Friday against Hamilton, and we need to go into the game. We're full of confidence. We need to go in with the same sort of aggression and passion. To go and get them 3 points.
James was also saying that he felt last season he maybe didn't have the competition that was required. What's it like from your point of view coming in now, and the fact that he still played on Saturday but just in a different position?
Nah, competition, it's healthy for the squad to have competition all over the park, and I think we have that throughout the whole squad. It's not just in the fullback position, it's everywhere in the squad. We've got a big squad and everyone's sort of fighting for their place. So I think it's healthy to have competition, but I knew it was going to be difficult coming here with two top quality fullbacks. They're arguably probably two best in the league, if not they are. Well, they are in fact probably two best fullbacks in the league. So it was obviously going to be hard for me to come here and try to get into a squad, but that's what it's all about. Coming to a new club and working hard and fighting to try to get your chance.
How pleasing is it to see that it's not necessarily a straight shootout between you, and that it might be the case that there is room in the team for you both?
Yeah, obviously Tav is, as I said before, he's a top quality fullback, and he can also play in other positions. So he's very versatile. He can play centre mid, he can play right wing, and also fullback. So he played. I thought he was excellent for us in the middle of the park against Hearts. So it's another position Tav can play, and that's down to the manager.
It must be a nice confidence boost for you to be brought in and play such a key part in what's been arguably the biggest results of the season so far.
Yeah, as I said before, it's been nice to get game time. Everyone wants to play, and as a team and as a squad and as a club, them 6 points we've got over the last 2 weeks, was it was a great feeling, and the main thing for us now is to carry on and kick on and carry on working hard. We'll take it game by game. We'll take it a game as it comes. So next one's Hamilton Friday night, and the main thing for us will be to go out there and get the 3 points, and then we can look at the one on Christmas Eve, 28th, and then New Year's Eve. So, but as I said before, we'll just take it a game by game.
You've got that Old Firm game going. Is that something you've sort of suffered in your diary that you would like to still be in the team by that point?
Obviously, everyone wants to play in big games and that, but as I said before, my head's not on that game at the moment. It's on the game on Friday night. So I think personally, I'll take it game by game, as a squad will as well, and see how it goes. See if I'll still be in the team, but hopefully, if I keep my head down, keep working hard, keep performing, I can hopefully carry on my run in the team.
You got that taste of an Old Firm game at Hampden. What did that do to your sort of desire in terms of to try and make sure you get into the team?
Yeah, it was my first Old Firm game, and it was obviously the result was disappointing, but it was a fantastic game to play in. The atmosphere and everything about it. It was a game I've never sort of played in a game like that before. So it was a great feeling, but obviously we disappointed with the result. And yeah, as I said before, as a footballer, you want to be playing football. And all I can do now is just keep working hard, week in, week out, and training pitch. And if I do get picked on a Saturday, then try to keep performing to the highest level I can, and see where it takes me.
You got a lot of praise for the way you did perform at Hampden, considering you've sort of been in and out of the team before that. I mean, were you surprised that the way you performed, and you didn't get a longer run after that?
To be honest, that's football. You might be in and out of the team, but I won't. Obviously, it's disappointing to come out of the team, but I never, dwelled on it. I just thought, I'll get back out on the training field, carry on working hard, and I knew I'd get another chance. And that's all it's about with football. If you're out of the team, then when you get your next opportunity, you need to take it. So, as I said before, I'm enjoying the spell that I'm having at the moment, and hopefully I can, keep performing well and try to stay in the team.
I suppose these games, these last 2 games you've been involved in, they're big pressure games. You, as new to the club, have had to sort of come in and prove yourself, not just to your teammates, but I suppose to Mark as well. You've done that. If you can do it again in the Old Firm game and the game's coming up, that's the sort of thing that can prove that you can be relied upon week after week.
Yeah, it's for players. It's all about consistency, performing week in, week out to the highest level that you can. So, personally, that's what I need to keep doing. Training every day at the highest, intensity, the best you can. Always help you. The way you train will always help you how you're going to play on a Saturday. So, for me, it's just working hard, working on the things I need to improve on in training, working as a team collectively for us leading into the game Friday night.
I suppose with James, he got a wee bit of criticism after the Hearts game at Tynecastle. People were perhaps saying that he was a wee bit too offensive at times. That's where he got caught out, especially second goal. Have you been told by Mark to sort of give the team a bit more of a defensive focus since you've come in?
No, not really. It's just go out there and play the way we can as a team. Nothing changes. So for me personally, obviously I'm probably a little bit more defensive minded, but I'll get forward when I can. Try to get involved as much as I can, but no, there's no different. Everyone in the team knows their roles. So when people do come into the team, they know what they need to do when they come in.
How important is it that, given the game, given the momentum that you've got after these 2 good results, that you don't go and take your foot off the gas at Hamilton? Yeah,
to be honest, I don't think that as a team we will let that happen. We've been on a good run these last 2 games. Confidence is high, and we just need to keep working hard. As I said, it's what we do out on that training field. We need to take that into Friday night, and I don't think we won't get complacent and let that happen. We need to keep this run going over the Christmas period, leading into the winter break in January.
The manager's spoken about the crowd at Ibrox getting behind the team and really pushing the team forward. You couldn't get more different going and playing at Hamilton at a much smaller pitch, a plastic pitch. Does that come into your mind as a player?
Not really. You just got to go out there. It's another game. It doesn't matter what the surface is. Obviously it plays its part, but you just need to go out there, and we just need to concentrate on what we're going to do as Rangers. Home or away, obviously the pitch is artificial, so we just need to go out there and play the way we do. And it's going to be difficult because obviously it's different bounces. The ball will move probably a lot quicker, but I'm sure we'll take a big crowd, and the fans have been fantastic for us. So we're sure they'll be behind us Friday night as well.